What up, everybody? We're back. I got men's night week 2 and 3 update for you, and we've got a problem. I think I've solved some of the problem, but we have a problem. So for all of you that haven't seen this before, here's a quick update on just where we're at. I'm training to be a professional golfer. I've been working my ass off to become a professional golfer. In pursuit of doing that, I am trying to optimize my mind, my body, and my game to compete at a professional level. Not a high amateur level, a professional level. En route of that, I have made certain decisions and choices to try and get to a certain level of technique and a certain level of physical prowess and a certain level of mental capability in order to execute at a professional level, not a high amateur level. There's a very big difference. Now, before I play any tournaments, I'm documenting my progress on men's nights because I need to shoot under par men's nights before I can gradually move my way up into tournaments. I got to get to a +6 in it as an amateur before I can turn professional. So we're starting here, low-hanging fruit, and this is just a good way to get a lot of reps for very cheap. Men's night week 2 wasn't great because my biggest flaw right now with my swing, and this is honestly the biggest obstacle holding me back, is being able to extend my legs properly through impact in the swing. In order to become a professional, not a high-level amateur, I need to extend my legs correctly and utilize my force and utilize all my athletic capability to hit the ball well at a professional level. That reared its ugly head during week 2. At Sheehan Men's Night, which is where I play on Tuesdays, I didn't play great week 2, and then thankfully was able to get in with my coach Ryan on the Wednesday morning before Men's Night at Chilliwack, my home course here, and we got in, we had a great lesson working on just extending the legs more, getting more into my right side on the backswing, and then pushing hard and up and out. Unfortunately, trying to integrate that quickly going into a men's night was brutal, and I was like 8 over through 5 holes because I couldn't sync up the face. I didn't have enough time between the lesson and men's night starting to sync it up at the range. So I topped a 3-wood on the first hole, hitting it into the green as my second shot on the par 5. I was kind of spraying it everywhere. And then on the remaining 13 holes, I only went 1 over. So I was able to find something. But still, I'm struggling to just extend the legs. Now on the plus side, if we're going to do a little money tally for week 2, I made no money on Tuesday, but I made $65 on Wednesday. So it's $40 each day to play, and I made $65. I think the week before I made $18. So we're not horrifically in the red, but we're in the red. Also on top of all this, to get my legs firing and get the swing moving in the right direction, I'm also crushing the gym and working with my trainer, Matt, to build more capacity. We're working on the glutes, we're working on the hamstrings, we're working on the core, we're working on all the things. I'm doing mobility drills, I'm doing stretching, I'm doing all the things. Because if you've seen my swing from day 1 till now, yes, it is so much better now. However, the one thing that has always plagued me is getting the legs to fucking move the right way. That is my biggest obstacle, and that is the thing I'm continuing to work on very aggressively. So I'm pounding the legs as hard as I can, working on that through the weekend. Tuesday rolls around, and I just cannot get the legs to do anything. I don't know if I was too tired. I don't know what I was doing. I was working on the move aggressively. It was windy at Sham, and I shot a million over. So another $40, just zero. We made no money. I'm just feeling like this is just not, like, something is wrong. Something is just blatantly wrong because I shouldn't be this bad, truthfully. So I go to the range after, and I decide to just to get the legs firing a little more, I added back in my little trigger move that I used to have years ago. And now it used to be way more pronounced where I would lift my left heel a lot on the backswing. It doesn't look like I do it as much now, but I slightly lift the left heel just to push myself more to that right side, which is something I was working on with Ryan. We're trying to stack a little more on the right and then go through, because one thing I was doing is I was kind of turning in my spot, and then I was over my left leg too early and I couldn't push and extend. This seems to have unlocked something. So now for week 3, even though Tuesday was horrific, Wednesday, it was very windy here, but I ended up shooting 2 over on aerated greens with 6 lip outs. Okay. It just is what it is when you aerate greens, and 2 over with a ton of lip outs, but I played great. I'm smashing driver. The ball's going in the right direction. I think we found something. So I need to take this to Ryan now, and we got to grind it out a little more. He's been traveling, so I've just been workshopping this, but I'm going to take this to him and kind of perfect it a little more. But I think I have found that I need to bring this back in. I had this move kind of coached out of me a long time ago. I have not brought this into Ryan yet, since he and I have worked together. So this is going to be a new little thing. And I'm excited because maybe this is the athletic move I need, because what I found is that under the gun on Wednesday, it was quite effective to have this. Like, I'm getting my power back, my speed's up a little bit, the ball's going where I want, my wedges are good, everything is just kind of more aim and shoot. I wonder if pulling this move out of my swing for the last few years has actually maybe hindered me a little bit. I don't know. But there's something about this that it's bearing some fruit right now. And so I didn't want to make a video until I'd kind of figured some of this out, because to be honest, like, this is my biggest obstacle right now. Like, I'm putting really well, I'm chipping really well, but in order to become like an elite level ball striker, like, I need to figure out this full body motion in order to like become a true athlete in this game. That's the only way I'm going to be able to do this, right? Again, become a professional, not a high level amateur. Okay. And like, I appreciate some people that make comments and want to give tips, and like, I get it, but I don't think sometimes everyone understands the context of the level I'm trying to reach. And like, in my previous career, I learned that there are things professionals do and there are things high-level amateurs do. And the professionals are able to do things at a certain level consistently over and over and over, and they're utilizing the right things. This is part of that for golf. You need to be able to utilize this part of your body. At least for me, in order for me to play high-level golf and compete, I need to be able to do this. I'm not going to be able to compete any other way. So that's where we're at. I think we've solved it. I've been rolling clips throughout this so you guys can see I'm pounding driver. Things are in a good spot. I hope going into this week, I'm excited to kind of battle test it a little more. But this is our biggest obstacle right now. Like, this is something I'm grinding on every day. I just finished up at the gym here. I just did trap bar deadlifts, 275 pounds, 3 sets of 8 reps. I also just did back squats, 3 sets, 8 reps at 205 pounds. I'm just trying to build that leg capacity and that leg strength so that this is not a weakness. If I can build this into a strength, I feel like I can truly become undeniable and play the power game that I want to play. So that's what we're working on. That's what we're grinding on. And that's the update for right now. We'll keep you guys posted. Also, from finishing 2 over, I won $65 for finishing second place in one of the categories. So we made more money. So this week it was an $80 spend, but we made $65 back. The week before it was an $80 spend, we made $45 back. So that's like what, $110 there plus 18. So anyway, here's the tally. Here's the money tally of truthfully what it is, because I'm not good at math. I'm a musician. I only count to 4. So there's the true money tally of where we're at so far through 3 weeks. But we just only need one good week, turn the tide, and we could be like rolling in it. So anyway, there is some optimism and I'm feeling good, but I am frustrated a little bit. And you know what? Fuck it. I wasn't going to talk about this, but let's just talk about it. The Srixon irons are out of the bag right now. Let's just throw this in there. The Srixon irons are out. This is another piece to all this. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I felt compelled to bring back my Apex Pro 16 irons, which are the best irons I've ever owned. And I pulled them out of storage and put them into play for the Wednesday. And I think that was also a big difference, because for some reason with the Srixons and this new move, and I don't know what it is with the swing weight. I don't know the reason. But for some reason, I cannot get them to go where I want. So not only can I not get my legs to fire, I can't get the clubs to fire. But my legs seem to fire better with the Callaways in my hand. My body works better with them. I don't know why. And I'm also hesitant to make this comment because I know people are going to go, oh, you're such a gearhead, yada, yada, yada. It's like, you guys aren't in my brain. You don't understand. You're not living my life. So like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you other than the fact that it made a difference. I'm playing better with them, and I need to figure out why these irons work for me so well. And so anyway, they're in the bag for now. The Srixons are benched until further notice, and that just is what it is. I'll catch you in the next one.